Hey everybody, welcome to Homie Chat. I'm Burgnut,
I'm Goose here.
and today we're just doing our first episode of an experimental podcast. It's basically just us sitting here and giving our thoughts on certain events or things in general, really. And we've got a whole list of 5 topics here to talk about, and they're all related to gaming. So very exciting stuff. So
Yeah,
first
yeah.
on our agenda, we have the cyberpunk situation and how they're running on last gen. So what do you think about that, Cameron?
Well, Cyberpunk, I mean, from the early trailers to later, it sort of seemed, and even now in well, full release, quote unquote, it's more like a full release of an open beta. Um, it was very much originally entitled to be, or ran on PC, because all of the trailers were being shown on very well made rigs, very well
Yeah.
made PCs.
Well, some of the
Very,
trailers said they were running on the PS4 Pro and the PS5 and stuff like
yeah,
that.
that was a lie. There's no way. If you see
I don't
what they
think
were like,
that's like that'd be blatant false advertising. I don't think they'd do that.
that's true. Well, they were probably running on the PS4 and PS4 and Xbox,
But
like
like not the
the new
OG
one.
PS4. The OG PS4
Yeah,
is what's
not
having
the
the
not the
issues.
PS4 Fat, not the PS4 Slim,
It's
not the PS4 One texture. You know,
yeah. The game looks
they
it looks like how I expect a Switch port of Cyberpunk to look.
Yeah. So the game was not in CD Projekt Red even came out with a tweet recently.
Oh, really? I'll put it
Yeah,
on screen in the
it was
editing.
on their Twitter talking about how they didn't really show it what it was gonna look like on PS4 Fat, race console,
And I heard Xbox One has like 300p, like the visuals.
300p.
Yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
amazing, dude. It looks
Uh,
like if a Switch.
Supposedly,
Okay, if I'm being honest here, like if there was a Switch port of Cyberpunk and it looked like how the PS4 version looks, I actually wouldn't mind at all. But the fact that this is on the PlayStation 4 is just amazing to me. It's just like, how did you screw that up so bad?
I pulled up a picture of Cyberpunk 2077 on the PS4 Fat and Xbox One versions. It essentially looks like you're playing Roblox. Maybe not the best
Bro, there's
comparison,
been some Roblox
but
games that probably look better than that. Like,
it is shameful how
yeah.
terrible it looks right
I've
now.
seen plenty of Roblox games that look absolutely incredible, and they look way better than Cyberpunk on the PS4 and Xbox One. But what I find funny is that when Cyberpunk was delayed again, I remember like my friend Jordan was hyped for it, and she loved it. She got it on the PS5, so lucky her. But
Mhm.
she, I remember I joked to her about like this is gonna be like the next Duke Nukem Forever watch because Duke Nukem Forever, if you didn't, for people
it
watching,
was in development hell for what, like
18
10
years. It
years?
was 18 years.
18 years. It
Yeah,
took a
it
5 year
kept.
development
I
break
watched a
too.
documentary, like video thing about the whole process, and it was because at first it was because the director of the studio making Duke Nukem Forever, they were like, the director kept going like, "Oh my gosh, look at this new engine that just came out. Let's restart the entire process of the game every 2 years just to fit the new engine." Fun fact: there was a guy. I know this is very unrelated to the topic at hand, but I mean it's. I gotta go on a tangent here. It's just some guy pre-ordered Duke Nukem Forever for like when it was briefly available to pre-order in like 1999, and when it came out, he still got his order. Like he kept the receipt for all those years, and Gearbox heard about it and sent him like a crate of like Duke Nukem merch and stuff like that.
Oh, it's like, hey, you pre-ordered a game that was in development for 18 years, like 17 years
Loser.
too early. Take a bunch of this free merch for a
Good thing you're
game
in like
nobody
your
cares
middle.
about anymore.
Good thing you're in like the middle of your life now. You waited this
Yeah.
long.
Oh, you bought it in high school? Well, you're 40 years old, have 2 kids now? Well, that's
Divorced
what
three
you're doing.
times.
Three
Have to pay
times in the
three. Have to pay
span
two.
of 18 years.
Yeah, I mean, he's a Duke Nukem fan. I'm sure they have like rough lives. But about back to Cyberpunk here. It doesn't make sense to me how it's in this state. Like my theory, my like headcanon theory here is that it went so wrong on those versions because at first they were planning on it, but then I'm guessing like 2 years, I'm assuming, before it came out or something, they were like, oh man, look at these next gen games. Let's, instead of splitting development into making different ports, let's just make the entire game this big and to fit the next gen because they're not going to be impressed if it's a decent looking game for the PS4 and being put on the next thing. And forgot to really optimize it correctly for the PS4. Like I'm sure they're gonna fix this within like 6 months. within that
Oh,
time.
well, I
This
mean,
isn't a case because the PS4 can handle some stuff. I mean, not as good stuff as the PS5, but it can
are you
handle
kidding
some
me?
stuff.
You seen this downgrade here?
I know.
Obviously, you would
But
show
what I'm
this in
saying is
post,
they
but
didn't
like, have you
optimize
seen
it
this downgrade?
properly. Like any game,
Optimized. There's no optimization here. This is
it's
not optimized at all. They didn't even optimize it on PC, the game which it's supposed to be built for.
but the thing is, I feel as if the game should have been optimized better. They just threw it
Oh
up.
yeah,
They just
yeah,
finished it,
totally.
threw their hands in the air.
No, well, it's not that. It's that so many people were rushing CD Projekt Red. They were
Yeah,
like,
they're demanding it
just
comes
release the
out.
damn game already, man. You released it in 2013, like the first trailer, man.
Yeah.
Release it already. And they kept getting pushed. This was supposed to come out in January, one more month from now, and people were like, "No, I pre-ordered this shit. I want my Cyberpunk now." And
I
CD
want my
Projekt is like,
Virgin game
"Please
now.
let." They're like, "Please let me polish." And they're like, "No, we want it now. Where is the Cyberpunk penis customization? I need it now." And
Exactly.
so they were like, "Screw it, release it December, what was it, 15th or whatever it came out? I don't remember."
I don't.
They're like,
December 10th.
"Release it, December 10th."
Yeah, yeah. I
They're
remember
like,
the day.
release it now, and they're like, fine, here you go. And then we have a buggy, broken mess that is Cyberpunk right now. I mean, there was a good day one patch that came out.
So that's an interesting topic, to think about. I feel like I'm not gonna buy this game until like a few months from now. I'd assume, like
Mhm.
until a lot of the game crashing bugs gets fixed and all that.
Yeah,
So
I'm not gonna buy Cyberpunk until optimization and bugs are fixed, and then whatever. If there's like, oh, we still have some graphical issues, I don't care about that. All right, graphics aren't what makes the game.
exactly,
Um,
it's the gameplay.
Performance and the story and gameplay. I
I've heard
mean,
the story
the
in that
gun
game is really good though. Like the world
the gunplay in this
is
game is
mediocre.
really stiff.
I've heard it has a nice story, in the
Yeah,
world.
except the main antagonist, I mean, Johnny Silverhand, aka Keanu Reeves' character,
He's the antagonist.
is amazing. No, he's not the antagonist.
Oh, you can't.
The antagonist is Smasher, Adam Smasher.
Adam
That's his name.
Smasher. And
He
what a name.
basically looks like Bane in the Terminator. It's kind of a baby.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
he's essentially 99% robot and 1% man, with it being only his forehead and nose being human still.
Damn. So
He essentially puts cyber in cyberpunk to a degree.
yeah, and Keanu Reeves puts the punk in it,
Mm-hmm.
and I put the customizable cock in Keanu Reeves. So Cyberpunk, a lot of the versions of the game is currently like an absolute mess at the moment, but I will say an even bigger mess is what's going down on like Twitter and the gaming community for Minecraft mostly as a whole, with the speedrunner known as Dream apparently cheated according to someone's study. I've not seen the video. I've only seen the pictures of the calculations that the person did, and I took a brief glance at the document he had. So it's either he had mods running, like to increase the chances of this stuff happening, so he can make his speedrun look good, or he's extremely lucky, or maybe he's like lying just to cancel Dream. I don't know, but
Here,
speedrunning is a
he's
thing.
jealous.
There's been a lot of stories of people being exposed for faking speedruns in the past. I don't have any on my head at the moment, but I remember like watching videos about them and stuff. What do you think, Mr. Goose?
Well, I mean, I mean, I haven't played Minecraft in maybe like 6, 7 years, to
Oh
be
boy.
honest. So, I mean, yeah, call me a boomer or whatever. You're like, oh, you don't play Minecraft? What are you, a fucking or whatever? Whatever you want to call me. But I haven't played it in a while. I don't watch Dream all that much
Yeah, me
'cause
neither.
I'm not
His
like a
fan base is so
7-year-old.
toxic.
Yeah,
It's
man, like a
hilarious.
kid.
Yeah, they're all like a bunch of 12-year-olds. Oh, he rigged the Minecraft mob vote, and I'll never forgive him for that. Do you remember that like event where Minecraft hosted? It was a few months ago, I think. It was where like Minecraft would create 3 monsters or creatures for the game, and the community would vote on which one wins. And Dream just went
Mm.
on Twitter and spammed "Vote for the glow squid, vote for the glow squid" over and over again until his little stand babies just did it, and it kind of ruined the fun of the event. Wow, Dream said I should vote for this. I'm gonna do it. Like the stand
Mm.
culture, I hate it. But the thing is, it's
Why are 12-year-olds even on Twitter,
I
man?
know.
Shouldn't they be browsing Reddit or something?
Right. But what's really the most disappointing part though is that out of the 3 mobs you could vote for, the glow squid was the most useless one. It added
Mm-hmm.
nothing to the game. The glow is
Yeah, the only thing
super.
you get is what? Glow ink?
Whoa! Look at this glowing creature that barely even glows, according to someone's findings. And like
Hmm.
the other two monsters actually added a decent amount of stuff, like the flower cows, which are sort of like the mushroom cows, if you know what those are, but they're like flower and grass themed, and they can actually like I'm not 100% sure what they do, but they're like walking flowers, and I think they might be able to have fertilized your crops, or maybe they'd be like a walking pollination thing for the bees.
I thought
S-
that the I thought that the flower cows would like drop flowers and they'd walk or whatever.
No, they actually were like helpful for farming, according to you
No.
know.
Glow squid. Oh, at
Oh,
least
glowing
what they
squid.
could have done with the glow squid is made its ink like usable.
Yeah,
Like,
I
oh, I
hope
want
they
to
do that.
dye.
I hope they make
I want
the
to.
squid
I
ink
want to.
interesting.
I want to dye my sheets glowing color. Oh,
A
okay. Now I
neon
can sleep on neon sheets.
neon wool.
Something. Yeah,
Pog.
or like windows. Make windows glowing or
Yeah, that's
some
cool.
crap. I don't know.
Okay, that
Make
might.
make make the mob useful, or I don't know. Make like a lantern out of it. Oh, how about I take this glow ink, attach it with like a one piece of steel and one or iron, an iron ingot, and a glass pane. Oh, what did I make? Oh, a glowing lantern to see underwater. Something good,
Yeah,
something
like a
useful.
lantern you can place underwater, even though there's already plenty of kinds of lights you can put underwater.
Yeah, like glowstone,
Yeah.
but that only emits so much.
So, and the
Mm.
other monster that was available to vote for was the Iceologer, which was, I don't know if you know much about the villagers, but there's multiple different kinds. Like you've got the standard villager, which just live in the villages, and then which have their own different kinds of jobs that they do, and then you've got the wandering villagers, which walk around the overworld wherever they want with two llamas, and they just trade you random stuff. Then you've got the pillagers, who invade villages and kill them if you don't protect them. And so the Iceologer would have lived in the mountains, and they would have been like magic ice people, like magic ice villagers who would attack you and stuff. And
Yeah,
that would have been so cool. I would have loved it. That would have made the mountains actually a challenge. Like, that would have made the mountains a lot more interesting because I usually try to avoid them. But if they had like rare items or something, I would definitely go to the mountains and fight them. I feel like he just did it for like to be funny, but he didn't realize that his fans would actually go out and ruin the vote like that. Like, it makes me sad. Like,
yeah. I mean,
because it ruined the
you
fun of
know,
the community.
you know, as much as I would like to think he didn't think it would happen, I'm pretty sure he knew it would.
Like, he
If
has
he's gonna go on Twitter
13
and
million
spam,
subs. What do you
I know if
expect?
he's in, I mean, if you're that big of an influence and you're like, go glow squid, people are gonna do it.
Yeah, I
You know,
know. He
I
apologized
bet
by
a
going like, "It
YouTuber,
was just a meme."
you can say anything on the internet and say, haha, it's just a meme, guys. Don't get offended. You
It's like
could
what
go
a
on their
12-year-old
Twitter.
iFunny user does when they like say the racial slur and people get mad at them.
If you have like a billion people following you, that's ridiculous in the large amount, but for exaggeration, if you have a bunch of people following you and you're like, haha, retweet this message.
Speaking of cheating, a lot of people have actually found a way. This is about Among Us, by the way, people. So boomers, click off the video. Or anyone over the age of 12, click off the video. Uh, so
Get
the
out of here. Get out of
so
here, you little kid.
Among Us has an upcoming map called the Airship, which is from the Henry Stickmin Flash games, which I used to love. I used to play them all the time at my school when I would like go on unblocked websites. Anyway, so the Airship from one of the games is going to be an Among Us map, and on the Nintendo Switch version of Among Us, which just launched like yesterday or the other day, already has a glitch where you can visit the airship early, where like you can just play on it with your friends. It's just weird.
Or do you put in like a hidden
Um,
code? A hidden
the
code?
Konami code, like up, up, down, down, left,
And
right,
left, right, PA squared, yeah.
yeah. But no, it's actually like if you go in local multiplayer mode and then like you go in the maps, for some reason they forgot to like delist the airship from the local mode, so you can just select local and then airship, and then you exit out of it, go to online mode, and then like don't select the map at all, and then host the game, and then you'll be playing on the airship.
I mean, that's not really a glitch. It's more of just an
No, it was like a
accident on the
yeah.
developer's part.
I mean, it's a glitch that you get to use it online. Really, that's what I mean. But they just left it on accident, and it's more of an exploit really than a glitch. But yeah, because it's supposed to come out like in
You
2021
could just
sometime.
explode it, to be honest, if you really wanted. Mm-hmm.
But I've heard it had some like I heard it was unfinished. Like there's some walls you can walk through or something, and like the
Oh yeah,
tasks are
yeah.
a
You
little
can
bit
walk through the
broken.
front of it.
But so the Switch port of Among Us, by the way, I guess I can add this on. I haven't bought it. I'm not going to because I already have it on PC. I hope there's an offline local multiplayer mode where you can like you and your buddies can gather around with the Switch and like play together like local wirelessly like
Mm.
the DS or whatever
You know,
without internet. That'd be fun.
I was kind of hoping, like, you and your buddy. Well, I mean, as much as it would work, it wouldn't work at the same time. Like,
Why is
Among
that?
Us is usually an online game,
Well,
but with the
yeah, but it's a
Switch, when you
simple
have two
game.
when you have two, controllers, why can't like
The
you and
split
your
screen
buddy
mode, that'd be
be like,
cool.
yeah, split screen?
Well, then
Because
again, if one of them was the imposter, then like, that'd be awkward.
mhm,
Unless like, oh, I guess maybe if you're playing on split screen mode, it would be like you can only both be the crewmate or both be the imposter, and that's it.
yeah, that would
But
make sense. But then you would, I mean, that's sort of cheating
mhm.
because
uh,
if one guy gets killed, it's like, oh no, I saw like blue vent, and it's like, we're cheating.
just or like all them wearing headphones, not even socializing, millennials.
It's like, look at all these people enjoying the moment, not even a cell phone in sight.
Truly
It's like,
epic.
well, then who took the picture? Who took the picture?
But anyway, so speaking of the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo has officially become the biggest poopy butthole of the year. I give Nintendo the Golden Poopy Butthole
Oh
Award.
yeah, yeah. With Nintendo, this is their motto: "Screw you, I hate you, go die in a hole, give me $200."
Yes. I think their
That's what
creative
it's like.
team, I think their music team, I think the game developer teams, they're amazing at Nintendo. But whoever is running the corporate decisions is an absolute
Oh yeah,
idiot.
whoever's running the Twitter, who's running like what should be released to the public,
Who's
it's it's
striking down
honestly
every emulator
astounding.
site.
It's like, hey, I want to listen to my favorite Nintendo game, and it's like, okay, sweet, and it's like, oh wait, it got DMCA'd.
Can I like list off? Should we like start with the first thing that happened this year Nintendo did?
What? Go ahead.
So first, the first bad thing Nintendo did this year, which was like I'd give that a, it's right below the bronze medal for the Poopy Butthole Award. It's not qualified yet. So when this happened, it was, so basically this Smash tournament was going on, and since it's COVID-19 right now, they made it online. So with Smash Ultimate, obviously there's an online mode in that game, so they just made it to where
Mhm.
players can join their rooms and stuff and play. But for Smash Bros. Melee, they decided to use an let the players who have a legally obtained copy of the game IRL to play the game on an online modded emulator of Melee. Nintendo, they were like, what's this? People playing our games, but not on the console they came from? Someone call the lawyers! And so they just
Yeah,
sent them a
so
cease and desist, which started a movement on Twitter and stuff called hashtag Free Melee.
oh yes, I remember that the free melee. They sent like a bunch of cease and desist things, and then
Yeah.
um, they had a Splatoon tournament.
Oh yeah,
But
wait.
then
I was just getting to that. I was just getting to that.
halfway through like this Splatoon tournament or whatever, they just stopped completely. And the winning team, they're like $25. You win $25. It's just a disgustingly low jackpot for.
Yeah.
And Splatoon's not even that competitive of a game.
Actually, it
So
actually
like,
has a pretty good competitive community. I don't watch
I
it,
know,
but
but like, uh,
it's a bit niche though. It has its own audience. But
but like,
the reason why they shut it down was literally because some of the people named their teams Free Melee,
Mhm.
and
yeah,
Nintendo was like,
and
"All right, we're
the
done.
thing is, the thing
We're
is,
pulling out."
Nintendo was like, all right, you won. Guess what? You don't even have. I mean, they didn't even. The people who won the tournament didn't even get their prize. They never got the money that they were due. They were
Whoops.
owed.
I just
They never
love.
got their $25, man. Oh, and you know what's the thing is? It wasn't even like a $25 check or cash. It was $25 for the Nintendo shop.
Yeah, yeah. 20.
You can only use
2,500.
$25 for a Nintendo game.
It's just 250 gold points in the Nintendo eShop.
Hmm.
I just Nintendo's not even handing out Buffalo Wild Wings gift cards. Very disappointing.
I know.
But
Dude, if they're not paying me in Arby's gift cards, I don't want none of them.
Arby's.
Here's a stupid thought. You think if you like, I don't know. I think I told you this earlier. You think if you get like enough chicken nuggets and put them together like a puzzle piece, you could recreate a whole chicken?
Yeah, definitely.
Like eventually? Like if
Eventually.
you like, because they all like are the same shape. So if you like fit them together enough, you think you can like recreate the whole chicken that they came from?
Interesting, but where does this tie in?
Oh, it doesn't tie in anyway. Just a random ass thought in the
Yeah,
middle
it's a
of
very
this
nice
thing.
thought. I just feel like Nintendo, when it comes to the fans, Nintendo either goes completely raw on them and just destroys them, just rams them completely, or they go not at all. They got that going raw or not at all mentality. Because like they don't offer anything for fans. They either like don't do anything or they just completely screw them over. Like I'm a Nintendo fan and I always feel screwed over by them. That's why I mostly play on PC now. The only games I play on my Switch now are Minecraft and Smash Bros. And the occasional like free eShop game that I find. I mean, I don't hate the company. I just PC is obviously better, of course. But you know, I feel like Nintendo's really digging themselves a deeper grave every single time. The one that really hit me though, the one that
Yeah,
I genuinely cared about
they're
was
making their fans hate them.
yeah. The thing that like got me into this whole screw Nintendo mindset was the Etika Joy-Cons. That this I think it was like a YouTuber or a streamer or something, but he decided to make these Etika Joy-Con shells that you could buy and replace
Yeah,
your
and they like sued him for it or whatever,
yeah,
right?
they sent a cease and desist order demanding him to take it all down because it was
Yeah.
even though they were fan made and like there've been plenty of peripherals for the Switch that you can use, like they're not using any of Nintendo's stuff. It's literally just a shell you put around your Joy-Con controllers.
Mhm.
And it was based on Etika, the Nintendo fan who unfortunately took his own life a little while back.
Yeah,
I
I
remember the
remember that.
I remember the day I heard about that. Anyway, uh, it was based on him. It was his channel branding that was put on the Switch Joy-Con controllers that you could put on. There are shells you put around your controller, and Nintendo, they look at that and they go like,
Being the absolute disgusting corporation that they are.
yeah, and they just go like, nah, you can't do that. Nah,
No.
get rid of that. Like even though it's not actually violating their anything of theirs, really nothing legal is wrong. They just demanded they take it down, and he did, and it's terrible. Like I know they
Oh,
didn't do it because it was about Etika. I know that's not the case. I know they did it just because they're being stingy about their legal rights. So we've got one more topic tonight. I'm very excited for this one. I'm sure you
okay,
know a lot
okay.
about it.
Shoot,
So
shoot.
the PlayStation 5, very popular system right now, very popular. So is the Xbox Series X, but this one isn't facing the problem as much. Um, so the PlayStation 5 came out November 12th, I think. I think I work at a Walmart, so like I think I remember that the day it came out. Um, it comes out and it's impossible to get by anybody, and it's been a month, over a month, and no one can get it. Like it's just everyone's trying to buy it. They're spamming store websites. Like they're clicking that
Mm-hmm.
refresh button faster than I click X
Uzi,
whenever my grandma texts me. Uh, and like it's
what?
the joke is I avoid talking to my grandma anyway. Um, so it's just people are having trouble buying it, but the rare people who are, a lot of people, they'll just buy up an entire supply of it, like spend it a fortune on PS5s and just sell them back for like $1,000 each.
Oh yeah, scalpers.
I hate scalpers. I hate scalping. I hate the activity. It's just scummy. Like you are,
Yeah, it's infamous clout. It's like,
it's
hey, how about I
inhuman.
be a dick, post it on the internet, and then charge you extra for money that I paid? It's like,
Disgusting
why?
behavior. I think
Why
anyone
not
who
just get
scalps,
one? You only need one.
yeah, they just want
And
to make that money. And I hate it when like people scalpers get confronted and they make this excuse like, "Well, we gotta feed our families," and I'm like, "Then get a
you don't need
job. Then get a
you don't need to feed
job."
your listen here, gamer. You don't need to feed your family, bro. You don't even have a family. It's just you and your six cats, you pathetic fuck.
And your
Alright?
computer.
Stop buying these PS5s.
And that
Please.
waifu pillow you've ejaculated on way too much to the point where there's probably
Oh,
biological life on it. But I feel like scalping in general is a terrible thing. I mean, if you The only time I think like this kind of thing is necessary is when like you like have a like it's your birthday and your mom gets you a game console, but then like your grandma didn't
Mhm.
get the memo and got you the same console, and then you sell it online for like $100 extra or something. That
Mhm.
kind of situation I'd get. Like if you had an extra of something like cool and then like you want to profit off of it because why not? Then whatever. But if you're gonna like take away the ability for other people to buy it just to sell them back to them, it's like it's basically a scam at the end of the day. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's essentially
It's
resale,
almost.
which is illegal.
Yeah,
Resale is illegal.
because you can't get it anywhere else. So you see these people selling it for thousands of dollars, and you're like, well,
Here, let
okay,
me let me go on let me go on eBay
yeah. See how much they sell it for
right
right
now.
now.
So here's a PS5, Sony PlayStation 5 console disc version,
Mm-hmm.
PS5 free 2 day shipping in hand new for $2,199
Oh
and
my
99
god,
cents. Here's another one, new Sony PS5 bundle disc edition console same day shipping, $1,599. Um,
this is scummy. Like actually, three times
here's
the
one
over three
PS.
times the original price on
Dude,
that one.
look at this. PS5 Sony PlayStation console digital version shipped now. $1,700 and 18 have been sold, plus $125 in shipping.
Oh my god, that is multiple times the console's
Here's
cost.
here's one for $2,000 for 125 plus shipping, and 55 people are looking at it right now.
I am sorry for them.
This is honestly deplorable. It is the absolute act of Tom chivalry right here.
The worst part is no one like people are
This is
forced to resort to
disgusting.
this. People are forced to
I
resort to
know.
buying it because you
This
can't
is
get it
the
anywhere
only
else.
because they know that their kid is gonna be like, "Mommy, Daddy, I want a PS5, please." Like Demon Souls remake came out. Oh, there's Cold War. I want all. And they're,
Sackboy's Adventure, and they hop on
it's
eBay.
freaking Etsy. You know, maybe get something off of a Wish. You know, maybe get something off of Wish.com and hope you didn't get scammed. You know.
Everything I wish is a scam.
hmm
But
Even the website is a scam in itself.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know why PlayStation didn't or Sony didn't decide to make the console available in stores too, because you can only get it by order, and that was such a dumb mistake. Every console launch is big. Even the Wii U had a good
Okay.
launch.
Okay.
Like
Here, let's. Well, the Wii U failed
I know, but like
terribly.
every what I mean is on launch day it's sold out. Every console
Okay.
sells out on launch.
Okay, so let's do the math on the $1,700 PS5.
Okay.
So each PlayStation, it's a digital version. Uh, each PlayStation digital version is am I wrong?
400, right? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
499. I believe.
I think it's 399 for the digital version if I'm not wrong.
Okay, so it's 400. So if he has 18 of them, uh, so if he sold 18 of them, that would have been a total of 72,000 or $7,200. Sorry. And he's selling it for 1,700. So 1,700 times 18, that's $30,600 minus the original 7,200. He's made a net profit of $23,400. He could pay for my car.
He could like make a starting payment on a house. He could
He
probably
could
buy.
put a He could pull out another mortgage with that money. That is absolutely disgusting.
Like it's smart, but I hate how smart it is. Like it's so.
It's so smart, it's sickening. This is like buying rice from China and then selling it back to China.
No, wait. It's like going to a grocery store and like stealing like or buying stealing all the bread, and then when like the poor family like needs bread for their food, you just sell it back to them at like 5 times the price. It's basically that. Like you're doing the same thing to people. Like God,
No, no,
it's
no.
a scam
It's artificial. It's artificial inflation.
to the
That's what it
max.
is.
Inflation? Huh?
Yeah, this is
Hmm?
hyperinflation.
Ooh, hyperinflation. Ooh.
Considering the fact that it's on eBay, which is kind of like a third-party marketplace.
Yeah.
To a degree, this is kind of not to mention the 2,100. Why do I keep saying that? The 2,100 essentially $2,200 consoles. Oh wait, Sony yeah.
How's
The
that even worth it, really?
it's sponsored. The guy who's selling these are sponsored,
Yeah.
meaning he's getting money off of every sale on top of every sale.
Jesus Christ. This man, these guys are playing like 3D space checkers with
Mm.
both scalping, and it's terrible. I hate it. This podcast has just become us ranting about terrible people, and you know what? I wouldn't have it any
Mm.
other way.
I know. It's not really a podcast at this point. It's more of just
Yeah, it's just a
random.
discussion video of some
Yeah,
kind.
it's just random crap together. To be
Yeah, and
honest,
today was like the gaming themed one for the most part.
every listener here, don't worry. Hopefully, every podcast won't be episode won't be what this is right now. Hopefully, it'll be a lot more
This
organized
is like our
or
practice
whatever.
pilot, you know.
Oh yeah, this is pilot episode. I mean, who knows? If you're watching, if you've been listening this far into it, first of all, applause. I can't believe you. A
I'll give you a
round of
little kiss.
applause for dealing with the cringe that this is right now.
Yeah.
Second, don't get your hopes up. I mean, you might want to a little bit. This podcast won't be like this crap all the time. Hopefully, it'll be better in the next episode or two.
Mhm.
That is if we don't get canceled, you know.
Uh-oh.
Might get some,
Cameron accidentally said a slur, but I edited it out. Don't
sorry,
worry.
I just said, Nick, I'm kidding. Are
Do
you
you think we
sure?
should
I
wrap
don't know
this
if we're
up,
gonna-
by the way? I
Yeah.
hate to interrupt, but hey,
Yeah, yeah.
people watching the homie chat, thank you for listening. I don't know if you are. I don't really care, really. It's just for fun. But thank you for listening. This has been Burgnut. Subscribe to me on YouTube. And this has been my co-host here, Mr. What's your name again? I forget.
Did you forget my name?
No, I didn't.
It's me. I don't know. The co-host Goose. I make crappy YouTube videos too. Go subscribe to my channel or don't. You know, I'm not a beggar.
Sure.
This is, yeah, I'm sure. I'm not gonna grovel at my knees for subs. What am I?
Making OnlyFans, dude. Show off those feet.
Oh yeah, feet pics all the way, man.
Oh, yeah.
Listeners, I want to thank the other co-hosts for
Yeah.
setting this all up and recording and post-production. Listeners, I want to thank you for sitting through this slog of audio and DM me your feet pics on Discord, please. I'm really looking forward to those.
Oh, boy. Good job,
DM
Cameron.
me feet pics. I will simp for you. Buy me Discord Nitro, please. I'm poor.
I have like a full month of
anyways.
that left.
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm
It just
rich.
renewed on the 13th. So
Uh-oh. Anyway, thank you guys for listening.
anyway. thank you all.
We'll see
This
you
has
around.
been the homie chat.
Oh, and be
s-
on the lookout. I'm actually going to be working on a video soon, so that'll be out within like maybe by the end of the month. Anyway, goodbye.